What are you drinking? What is that?
It's Cayenne Cleanse Kombucha.
You want to cleanse?
Yeah, you doing a cleanse?
No, I think it's just supposed to make you poop.
You just said you already pooped, though.
Yeah.
I know, but I like to get more out. It's Friday.
Big poop day, Friday.
It's a week's worth of stress, yeah.
Yeah, have some iced coffee with that. Yeah.
That'll definitely help.
I'm just going to light a pack of cigarettes as we go along.
Hey, and welcome to Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I am Jeff.
I'm Sean, and today we have another very special... Jeff, before we introduce our guest, have you seen the Thor trailer?
I did, yeah, I saw it.
Well, as a special guest today, we have the guy that they modeled the Hulk after. It's Bret. It's Bret Woodard from the last time we had him on.
Hey, everybody. I'm back.
The other option I was going to go with was like a WWE style, or it's not the WWE anymore, is it? Or it is now and it used to be something else?
It used to be the WWF.
But that's the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah, they had a showdown with the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah.
And, they put a cage match down.
Yeah, but the Bears really took it.
Yeah. So now they may be the WWE, I'm not sure. They definitely still have two W's in them.
They did that thing where they put the belt up high and you got to climb a ladder, but a giraffe just leaned over and took it, and the animals won. It's a very quick match.
Quick. Yeah.
So
It's just hard to beat all their natural abilities.
It is. Humans are garbage. A Heads Up official stance.
Yeah.
Humans are garbage.
Well, now I think if we put more championship belts just slightly out of reach of people, that would help us elongate our necks over time through what some people believe is a process known as evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was told that giraffes were the original wrestlers, and in a process much like this, their necks elongated so they could get the belts.
Have you ever seen two giraffes fighting?
Yeah, actually.
It's intense.
Oh, man, you guys see all the cool stuff.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You should have been there.
It's all headbutting. It's fucking insane.
It was pretty crazy. Well, it was more like neck butting, but...
They're swinging the head around, though.
Oh, they've got to. It's at the end of the neck.
If evolution was real, they'd probably have learned to drink from their feet from now on, so they wouldn't have to bow that neck down so far.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Heads Up is surprisingly still a podcast where we get together and we talk first and foremost about our friend Kyle's social media presence, which is a segment that I hate.
Hey, if you're shocked that Heads Up is a podcast, you're no more shocked than any of us. It is crazy.
I think there's no standards as far as I can tell for who can make it. I think there should be.
Yeah.
I think there should be, but after we talk about Kyle, we talk about a movie. In this case, well, not always a movie, but since
I've
Jeff
declared 2017 the year of the wizard, which I will get a grasp on what a wizard is and what a wizard does by watching movies about wizards and then trying to figure it out.
Yeah, have you been getting a grasp of what wizards do based on the Harry Potter myth films, which is what we've been watching?
I think I'm getting a good grasp on how to manipulate teens, which is no longer relevant to my daily life.
Yeah, not yet. Now that you know how, though, you're going to want to go do it. And so what I was doing was a little overview of the podcast, just kind of like, after we talk about the movie, we review a candy, I guess. Turn my gain down a little bit more. I feel like I'm not being that loud, but my levels are just through the roof. I don't know.
There's nothing better than great levels, though.
That's true.
The
only other time I've heard you say, I feel like I'm not being that loud, but I probably am, is when you're super drunk.
Yeah.
After barging through like a screen door or something.
Yeah, I do both those things. Yeah.
But that's not about Kyle, and that's not about Harry Potter. So
yeah, that's really cutting to the core.
No, I don't. That's fine. I don't. I know Jeff's never been drunk. Pretty sure Brett, you've been drunk before.
Yeah.
I've seen Brett drunk.
Yeah, that's true. Jeff's left me bleeding in the snow as a boy.
We weren't old enough to drink.
Well, he was going and talking to a girl, so that's kind of a shitty thing he did when he was sober.
Listen, we could do a whole nother podcast about shitty things I've done while sober, but...
Yeah.
So, Heads Up Podcast 4, shitty things Jeff's done while sober.
You don't have to be drunk to be a piece of shit.
And Jeff proves it week by week. Yeah.
Some might say it's his life's mission.
Heads Up official position, I'm a good person.
I don't think that's... No, it's not. No.
It's official. It's already on shirts.
I guess that's fair because our other official position this episode is that humans are garbage. So
yeah, I'm a good person, so at best I'm garbage.
Great garbage. All right, so we have to, because of Jeff again, do this thing called Kyle's Click, where we look at our friend Kyle's social media presence. It's not funny and it's not relevant, and no one likes it. I don't like it. Jeff doesn't like it. Bret doesn't like it. Kyle doesn't listen to it. No one else listening knows who Kyle is. So here's the part. We're just going to be quiet for a moment while Jeff puts the theme song in.
No, I like you to end a rolling statement building up to Kyle's Click with the words Kyle's Click. So then the music goes right after that.
Okay, do you want me to do that right now? Yeah. Hey guys, the worst segment on the Heads Up podcast is Kyle's Click.
The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities. So I guess this is a story of how it changed our lives. Maybe it will yours too.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, we nailed it. Let's see what he's doing. Were you looking at Kyle's Facebook, everybody?
Yeah. If you type in his name, this is not good for anyone except us, but there are 2 other people, and they're real beefcakes.
Well, now I have to search that. Let's see.
One of them is literally an angel.
Beefcakes?
Yeah, this is a great improvement to the segment, guys. Searching through Facebook with Jeff and Bret, just looking at dudes, calling them beefcakes.
I don't know.
It's not something anyone wants to hear.
Don't make your profile picture you wearing a backwards baseball hat. I don't care how acceptable it is nowadays. I'm just not,
All right, so Kyle talks, let's see, once again about your president. Something about one of his kitchens. The Mar-a-Lago kitchen is apparently not up to code, which, come on, big surprise. Like, if you go out to eat, you're eating from a filthy kitchen. Everyone who cooks on, a commercial scale, they don't give a shit about you. You get food poisoning when you get home. That's not their problem. Let's see. Something about United Airlines. That's good. That didn't get enough coverage, I don't feel, on the internet, so it's good.
Especially by the time this goes up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Stuff about Russia. The people who drive Uber cars fail background checks. Who knew? An unregulated cab service? People... Okay. Surprising.
Did you know that if you got into a car with a stranger, the stranger could be a total creep or weirdo?
They could be anybody. They could be anybody. This news surprises and shocks me.
Sean, would you ever drive for Uber or a ride-sharing service?
I don't love driving people around. I do it a lot. I don't know. When I'm driving, I like to be able to just listen to whatever music I want and sing along and not have to make eye contact or conversation with anybody else.
So you'd rather be a regular cab driver?
Kind of, I guess. But here's the thing. Regular cab drivers have, regulations.
Which you're not a fan of, yeah.
I guess I probably don't have to give Uber my real name. They just seem like one of those freewheeling companies where you just download the app and suddenly you're working for them.
It's the internet age, man. It's crazy.
According to this recent article, it doesn't seem like they do background checks.
Right, exactly. So I could just be, Peter Peterson. And then when I get fired for just listening to my own music and not talking to anybody.
Or not bringing them where they want to go.
Or that, yeah. Then I become John Johnson.
How do you think of these names?
I have dozens already built up. I have many fake identities I can just jump into at the moment's notice.
Do you think there's a real need for Uber in our hometown?
Oh, around here? Probably. A lot of DUIs. People need to get to the pharmacy somehow so they can load up on Percocets. Bunch of scumbags.
Hey, if you're listening to us in our hometown, what a scumbag.
They don't know what podcasts are. Are you kidding me?
Fair point.
Thank you, Bret. Lyft, I don't know. I don't know if I drive for Lyft. I drive for Uber. Lyft seems like a more upstanding company, and that's just because I know less about them.
But I hear they hire chatty people, talkers, people that are friendly.
Yeah, I'm not looking for, even if I was going somewhere, I'm not looking for that,
Even when I get to my destination, I'm usually not looking for that.
Yeah, just my day-to-day life. I would just rather not talk to people or make eye contact and just be able to listen to my own music.
They don't get to pick who picks them up, though, so you can just shut down conversation, have an awkward time.
Yeah, how dare you get into their car and they give you a ride somewhere for a fair price and they want to talk to you about your life. Don't they go fuck themselves?
I don't know what it costs back there, but it costs $4 to go anywhere in San Francisco. Which is crazy. They can't be making any money. The driver, anyway.
Yeah, the drivers certainly aren't, of course.
$4? That's just in your area or the entire San Francisco? Because I took a...
Well, it's the one where you share the car, so they might pick up somebody else. I don't see Kyle talking about that.
I don't know that Kyle uses Uber or Lyft. So, Bret, you just admitted that you use at least one or the other Jeff, have you ever used Uber or Lyft?
I've used Lyft. I've never used Uber.
I've never used either.
I want a meatball sandwich. What local place does them best? That post is larger font than anything else.
I think Facebook just does that.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like by like how much he cares about stuff.
Okay. I don't think so, but are we through with the thrilling discussion on Kyle's Facebook? Or do we want to talk about this meatball sandwich conversation?
I'm done.
No one mentioned the video of a cat. You know, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right. No, Jeff, let's talk about this video. So there's a video of a cat.
Yeah. It's the internet was made for.
That's it? That's what you had? That's what... You wanted to stay in the segment to say that.
Oh, no, I closed Facebook.
Yeah, me too. It was weird.
Cats are great. I don't own a cat. I'm allergic, but
all great. Cats?
Most cats. It's hard to say. You know, I want to get a cat, but it's hard to be like, can I just try it for a week? And if I start sneezing, can I just like give it back? People do not want to give cats back.
They're super self-reliant. Just put it on the street. It'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's what a cat shelter is. You get a cat for a little while. You don't like it, you just throw it out. They'll find it again.
Yeah. They made stray cat. It's a word.
It's a thing. It's part of the economy.
And people love like, oh, that's a cute stray cat we feed.
Yeah.
And they never know the unsung hero that kicked that cat out of its house.
True. So I'm actually making other people's lives better.
Yeah.
By kicking cats out.
Yeah.
Right.
And wouldn't that feel good for the first time in your life?
Oh my god. To see a smile when someone looked at you.
Yeah.
What is that
be
like?
The best.
All right, I want to burn through this so I don't have to do it or think about it. We got Kyle's Twitter talking about a show. I went to that show with him. It was a pretty good show.
Nice.
He doesn't understand the word iconic, which seems like you could just type in dictionary.com into your web browser and it'll take you, and then you type in iconic in that website, and then you will understand the word. What is the last great Republican legislative accomplishment? Who gives a shit? All politicians are crooks and thieves. They're pieces of shit. Yeah. There's not a single good one. You don't get into politics because you're a good person. Get into it because it's hereditary.
There's a sense that if you do it, you'll have more power.
Yeah.
And if you have more power, you can continue to do what you want and step on other people.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the outlook. I just don't like being the person stepped on.
And let's not forget, Kyle, that Mitt Romney in Massachusetts introduced the original version of a quote-unquote Obamacare he loves so much.
Mm-hmm.
And Mitt Romney said, we're going to have this Obamacare now in Massachusetts.
It's not his name, but...
Well, it's Barack Obama.
Yep.
Bret.
Okay, good.
Bret, it's Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you
not
didn't
my
know.
President.
You didn't.
Not my president. So, Mitt Romney in, I don't know, 2003 maybe. So look it up, Kyle.
Look it up, Kyle. Sorry, I feel like you were waiting for some backup.
I needed it.
Yeah, I'll say. He really goes after Republicans.
Someone's gotta call them out, Sean, okay?
Yeah, someone better take a stand. I think it's good to really just have this deep-seated divide in politics where you can have one choice or the other choice, and there are no other choices. That's what I really think.
It reminds me of a little bit the houses in Harry Potter.
Does it?
He wants out of Kyle's cut so bad. Kyle's click so bad.
I'm sorry. No. If I have to suffer through this, then we all have to suffer through it. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Just like Harry Potter suffered through 7 years of high school.
Actually, he didn't.
Yeah, this movie.
The end of this film we talk about, he drops out. But
It's already working.
We'll get to that. No, we'll get to that. We're coming right back. If you think I can't drag other people back down to a level where I hate being, and I keep them there, I've perfected it. So about these Republicans, guys, you think Kyle likes them or not?
Can't tell. He's always posting about the O'Reilly guy, and he talks about Trump a lot.
Maybe he just likes Irish people. Is Trump Irish? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, it's not O, or I guess Mick is Scottish. I don't know.
Isn't Mick, like, derogatory for Irish?
That's true.
Sean, are you offended when you hear the word Mick?
No.
Is it about Irish people?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez, I better stop saying it. That's all I can think of now, though.
Well, I think Bret was talking about, like, the prefix to a last name.
True.
Oh.
Like Jeff, like you would know, like McDonald.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. My favorite Irish restaurant.
Yeah, not. Have you had their famous Irish fish fillet sandwich? It's really good. It's on Irish bread.
Shamrock shakes.
Do they
Why
do
has no one
shamrock
put this
shakes?
together first?
Oh, they do have Shamrock Shakes, don't they?
Yeah.
Wow, they're really back in the British Isle thing. You think Mitt Romney goes and gets those after he single-handedly saves Massachusetts healthcare?
The way you pronounce his name, it sounds like he does.
Yeah, when you pronounce his name like that, I can't correct you and say his first name's actually Mitten.
It's Mitzen Romy.
Mitzen Rumsny. He's pretty hard lining these Republicans on Twitter. But you think Bill O'Reilly sees this, or?
So we watched Harry Potter 6.
Thank you so much.
So we watched Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince as part of. We were watching the Harry Potter movies in order, which is phenomenal for us. They helpfully number the films though. So.
Do you think there are people out there watching them out of order?
I do. Yes. Well, you start with 6 and you go, oh, these characters seem pretty interesting. I wonder how they came to be this way. It's just like the Star Wars prequels, which were universally lauded for their depiction of characters in the early years.
Yeah, like if George Lucas had just started with one, it would have gotten good instead of gotten bad. You know what I mean?
So the movie, it starts on Dumbledore and Harry Potter being photographed like they're in the 20s with a bunch of flashbulb cameras and stuff.
That was my first note.
Yeah, like...
Did he kill again?
No, he was beat up from that Voldemort fight.
No, the last movie ends with him at Hogwarts talking to Dumbledore.
You're right.
This movie starts him covered in blood, having Dumbledore pull him out of another situation. I think he murdered again.
Well, we also get a neat close-up of Dumbledore, like, possessively putting his arm around Harry and walking him away.
Yeah.
Taking him, sort of allegorically taking him out of the light and into the shadows, away from all this fame. The Wizarding World is in turmoil, right? We got these Death Eaters, they collapse a bridge, Diagon Alley is attacked, there's a storefront that they, like, terrorist bomb, and a person is abducted. I think it's Ollivander, the wand seller that they abduct. And what do we see Harry Potter doing? He's chilling out in a cafe, hitting on a muggle waitress.
And it's not just that one night, because she's seen him there for the past few nights.
He's stalking this woman.
Yeah.
He sits there reading a magical newspaper that usually has him on the front page, hitting on this waitress.
Well, this waitress is probably not very smart. He's got to go there a couple nights before she notices him on the cover.
He's like, if I had gone to a diner in the Wizard World, I'd be knee deep in poon right now. Okay, you don't have no idea. I am the chosen one. I'm the boy who lived. You should be so lucky.
Don't say poon. This isn't 1998, and we're not in middle school.
Trying to get his doinker wet. I'm sorry. Is that better?
Thank you. That's much more in line with our podcast.
Speaking of that newspaper, did you notice that Malfoy has a trial? Lucius Malfoy gets a trial. He loses the trial, but he gets a trial.
Does he get a trial? Because what I saw was that he was sent to Azkaban, and then there was just a picture of his wife and son.
No, there's a picture below of, it says Malfoy something with a trial. So Voldemort comes back, trials. We get a legal system now.
You get a legal system. Probably from pressure put by undercover Death Eaters on the Ministry who work there.
And a fair legal system because, you know what, Voldemort says, we're going to have trials, but just because you're my friend doesn't mean you're innocent.
Yeah.
I feel like that's assuming a lot, but I've got no evidence against it.
The facts are there. And meanwhile, Harry's just trying to dip his doinker.
And just last film, he was flipping out, insisting at the beginning of every class, before the teacher could teach, he had to make sure everyone knew that Voldemort was back. But now now that everybody knows, he doesn't give a shit. Yeah. Now it's time for him to kick back and sleep with people who don't know magic.
You know, it's so easy for him to get laid in the Wizard World. He's got to go out into the Muggle world, try it. When they go and destroy that bridge, that's in the Muggle world, right? Because it shows offices and stuff. So
that's in London. Yeah,
that's
these
right
Death
by
Eaters are reckless. What is it right by?
Oh, you thought I said taint. The Tate. And then I wish I didn't say it though, because it's boring fact.
Tell us more facts.
Tell us about the Tate. What do you do with it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Brett, you wanted to be a guest.
I hear there's a button on the Tate. Is that true?
No, Jeff, this is not Potter After Dark.
But yeah, so the Death Eaters are presumably causing trouble in the Muggle world.
They're being reckless.
I don't think they're being reckless. I think they want everyone to know about magic so that there's more equality in the world. Now, they destroy this bridge. I don't know why.
Sean, when you're outside of a system full of bureaucrats, there's no real effective way to get your point across in that system. So you have to look outside of traditional ways.
So this is kind of like when people block roads. They're not doing it to inconvenience you. They're doing it to demonstrate what it feels like to sort of be prevented from doing anything, to be powerless. Yeah.
To travel along your spiritual road.
Yeah. They don't have a voice in that world, so that they have to lash out.
Well, here's the thing too. They shake the bridge first. When we see the bridge collapse, there's nobody on it.
Yeah, who's to say Dumbledore didn't rig those charges?
Maybe the Death Eaters showed up to save everyone. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell from the evidence that we have.
They went around the bridge. Maybe they grabbed people like in the last movie.
Yeah.
Get them off the bridge safely.
Thermal paint. Dumbledore.
Well, I don't think Dumbledore is some sort of one-man CIA hit squad that's blowing up bridges. And
there's the whole Order of a Phoenix.
Yeah, there's plenty of people he could have ordered to do this. Even if it was the Death Eaters that destroyed this bridge to make a point, they made sure everybody got off safely. Just saying, they're very responsible. Do you guys want to get tattoos? The dark mark on our arms?
I kind of do.
Yeah,
I kind of do. Yeah.
Right?
Someone told me yesterday that their friend has Sirius Black's prison number tattooed on them.
Why?
They like Sirius Black and maybe want to feel like they were in the Holocaust. I don't know.
It's a great conversation starter.
Yeah.
For when I'm driving on Lyft.
You should stop being friends with that person.
I'm not friends with the person with the tattoo.
No, I mean friends with their friends. You don't want any contact there.
Just a regular Harry Potter question. How long does it take to suck a soul out? Because, Sirius Black spent years in that prison, and he still had a soul. You know what I mean?
I think it's just when they make out with you, because that's their big punishment. They're like, we're going to have the guy make out with you, and you're going to die.
So you definitely die after they suck your soul.
Or I think you just become a vegetable. Fortunately, those wizards can go over to Massachusetts, where Mitt Romney has set up a system where you can get cheap, affordable health care.
So I don't know that you could treat getting your soul sucked out. I don't know how you would go about that. What do you...
You just make them comfortable. Long life. Okay. Rocking chair in the sun.
There's a lot of talk about souls. In this movie, they talk about Horcruxes and tearing your soul into different pieces, and the Dementors suck out your soul. Which religion are wizards? Are there many different religions, or is there one because you can actually affect the soul?
Judging on what we've seen from the other films, I think there's one state-approved, one ministry-approved religion that all wizards have to obey.
They seem to celebrate Christmas.
True.
They do. That's true, yeah.
So you're saying Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior?
Well,
it's such a bummer. There's like the Christian kids at Hogwarts.
Well, I mean, he could have been a very powerful wizard for all we know, right?
True.
That's
walking
true.
on water.
Yeah.
All those loaves and fishes. I don't know where.
J.K. Rowling, if you're listening, prequel.
She's already done a prequel.
Prequel to that prequel.
Boy, I wish I was a wizard, if only for the water to wine spell. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, the guy had it figured out. Except the crucifixion.
Well, I don't know. You don't know what he was into. Maybe it was a kink. Okay, let's keep it. Can we keep it PG, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Jesus Christ is all of our Lord and Savior. Okay, he died for all of your sins. Don't go around saying he was crucified because he thought it was a kink.
You said that.
I didn't say that. I remember someone saying it, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't me.
There's no way to find out now.
Yeah,
we can't tell now. We can't.
We'll never know.
Do you think the early version of the Bible described like his loincloth being just tented when he was and they cut it out like 200 years later? They're like, oh man, come on.
Like one of the disciples was a really pervy
guy. Sean, this line of conversation's out of line, okay? But honest question, what was the pube situation like back in those days?
I don't know why you think I know, but I imagine that it was prodigious.
You think that was a burning bush they were talking about? Or...
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I hadn't thought of that. That's disgusting.
We gotta get through this Harry Potter movie, okay?
Okay.
All right? Stop talking about Jesus. I know, he's on our minds on Easter. So good.
Oh, is it Easter soon?
All the candy. Yeah.
Like Sunday?
This upcoming Sunday.
Isn't it always on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so Dumbledore cock-blocks Harry.
Yeah.
Well,
and
he does...
also displays that he's been watching him.
Also decides to appear next to a poster that says magic.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
We also get Dumbledore says, take my arm, and then when Harry doesn't immediately do it, he says, do as I say.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He is getting ready. He's getting Harry ready to be pimped out in this movie a lot to older men.
But then when he gets to the destination, he's like, you're probably wondering why I brought you here. He's like, not really. I just go along with it because literally you just told me, do as I say.
Just said, do as I say. Like, no, I'm not going to question you, dangerous older wizard. Like, no, pretty much at this point I've been indoctrinated, so I'll just, whatever's fine.
It's weird. You teleported me here, but the last, 7 years you've been having, people bring me a broom and we have to fly across cities.
So they go into this house, right? And it's all smashed up. And, of course, their first instinct is to not call the cops. Why would they ever do that? They just kind of wander around, mess with evidence. They're here for their thing.
Well, wizard cops are just not reliable, and the real cops wouldn't understand.
Yeah, but, also Dumbledore operates outside the law. I mean, there's no way he'd ever call the cops for any reason.
Is there no other way to see if blood is dragon's blood than tasting it? Because what if it was just regular human's blood? Would he spit it out?
What if it was like a dangerous magical potion that you shouldn't just ingest?
It doesn't have a smell or a texture to it.
Later on, Harry brews apparently some sort of deadly poison, and the teacher goes, "A drop would kill us all." It could have just been like Dumbledore like just pops it in his mouth like it's no big deal. When he goes, "Oh, luckily this was blood that I can identify by taste." That also means that Dumbledore
He's tasted a lot of blood.
Yeah, it also means that he's tasted dragon blood.
Human blood.
I'm pretty sure Dumbledore has killed a dragon just to drink its blood.
Not only would he have had to kill and eaten a dragon, or at least drank the blood.
Drank the blood.
He
doesn't have
can
to eat
discern that it's dragon's blood versus some other kind of blood.
Specifically human blood.
Yes, so he has drank a lot of blood. Human, dragon,
those blood
house
buckets.
elf.
Yeah, those blood buckets make a lot of sense.
That's right.
He's got another little shelf in his room full of vials.
Cabinets everywhere. Blood,
Keeps him sharp. He has Snape blindfolded, and then he just dips little drops of blood in his mouth, and he guesses what kind it is. And Snape's like, "You're right. Right again."
Yeah, he goes on Jimmy Kimmel for some sort of like weird taste test.
I was just picturing like this is like a professor party. Like when they're at Hogwarts, they just all the professors gather and they blindfold Dumbledore. He tastes different kinds of blood. Yeah.
It's probably like this. Draco Malfoy. You're right.
You're right. Ooh. See, this one's a Slytherin, definitely, but it's hard to tell.
This is Neville's parents. We kind of had to fake the whole Death Eater thing. So, Slughorn, love him.
Fat person name, first of all, I was right.
Yeah.
I remember a while ago we talked about him. I brought him up for some reason. I think I was calling him Slugworth. It was Slughorn, but that's still like an old fat pervert name.
Oh, yeah. And fat pervertiness aside, this guy goes from house to house, destroying it, faking a murder, and then to relax, he becomes a chair. He didn't know they were coming.
Yeah, he can't stay one place more than a week, so he wrecks up just random muggles' houses.
They're on vacation.
He puts his pictures up there.
Of all his child's conquests.
Yeah. He wasn't that fat. Like, I guess what I'm saying is I could probably hide as an armrest or like an armchair.
Well, it was a spell. Like, you don't have to be as fat as a chair. It was magic, Jeff.
I'm saying is I'm getting close.
So the other thing, and I wrote this down just because as soon as I saw it, I wanted to rub it in your face, Jeff. With a single spell, Dumbledore cleans up an entire house.
Yeah, yes. And they have Filch.
Entire house. So do not tell me that Hogwarts needs a fucking janitor, okay? You could teach one kid in each year this one spell, or one kid in each house this spell, and the whole castle.
Excuse me, I don't pay to go to Wizarding High School to clean, okay? And do you know how big Hogwarts is? It's enormous.
Oh, okay. So you'd have to cast a spell 4, maybe 5 times.
It probably takes
once a week.
It probably takes him 8 hours to walk around the castle and just like flick his wrist in all the rooms, okay?
But Filch doesn't do magic.
That's a full-time job.
Filch doesn't do magic.
If anything,
he doesn't
they should
do it in front of you because he's cleaning. How exciting of a movie would that be?
They should hire at least a janitorial staff if they can't use magic.
Staff, Brett? I think they just need a wand. As in a wizard who can just cast his cleanup spell.
Are you going to grow up learning magic to go fucking clean the high school that you went to? No.
I don't know, dog. It might be pretty cool if after I graduated high school and came home, I knew a magic spell to clean my own fucking house without lifting a goddamn finger. That might be something I want to learn. Jeff, why are you thinking...
He does an entire castle every day.
Why are you thinking that you'd be in on this triumvirate of Harry, Ron, and Hermione? We would not be the murder wizards.
You'd be filling the blood bucket, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Brett.
Dumbledore know what you taste like.
At best, I'm Draco Malfoy. At my worst, I'd be Neville, okay?
You think you'd be able to serve a fancy high-class party as little waiter boy? I don't think so.
Have you seen my fresh haircut?
It's pretty fresh. It's pretty fresh.
For the audience at home, Jeff has a fresh, new haircut.
He went to a barber shop. There's a whole story about it.
It's a great story. We don't have time for it here.
We'll put it after the credits.
The story kicks ass.
It's pretty great. Yeah, listen to the end. Don't skip ahead.
So, also, after he cleans the house, then he takes a shit.
If you're gonna break and enter somebody's house, you might as well take a shit.
You bring...
You know he didn't flush.
Yeah, is it alright if I take an upper decker? Just want to drop him in the tank of these stupid muggles.
Now that I've cleaned the house, I gotta wreck the bathroom. He's all about balance, that Dumbledore. He's all about balance.
He brings Harry as like bait, but he also is like See, Harry, you can manipulate people. Just pretend like you'll give them what they want.
Yeah, be jailbait. Also, I wrote two little things. When Slughorn shows Harry his, wall, number one, he's a real starfucker.
I wrote down starfucker, too.
Really?
Yeah, it's in my fucking notes.
And he said, Sirius died a few weeks ago. So that was definitely another murder from the opening scene.
Yeah, I mean, it had whatever they were doing. I do not know what they were doing in that opening scene. It's just stuck in there for no reason.
It looks like the background of the Ministry, but yeah, the movie moved past that the last time.
We didn't get any spinning newspaper information from it.
Yeah, I'm lost without that. I've been trained to look for the newspapers.
Yeah, there's no Batman spin cut. But yeah, so Slughorn is basically like a starfucker, and Dumbledore is again using Harry Potter to get what Dumbledore wants, which is to lure Slughorn into the Fortress of Dumbledore, Hogwarts, to steal a memory from him. But he doesn't explain that right away. When they're leaving, Dumbledore first talks about the waitress that Potter was targeting, and then teleports Potter outside of the Weasel's house.
In a puddle.
In the exact place where Harry can get a nice long look in Ginny's window. Dumbledore knows what he's doing. Yeah, this guy's a genius.
Because Harry's owl and bags and everything are inside the house nicely in the kitchen.
Just right in the kitchen.
On his way, dropping by the Weasleys, either purposely or not, just I'm just gonna drop you in a pond.
You're gonna be outside. You gotta walk. Oh no, he's walking. He's gonna walk through that field, and he's thinking, I could have had that waitress. Probably was gonna use mind control magic because I'm a psychopath. And then all of a sudden he looks up, and there's, Dumbledore he's brilliant. He's a criminal, but he's a criminal mastermind.
Because he's concerned that Harry's getting too close to Hermione, because at one point he calls him up to his office and asks him if he's seeing Hermione.
Well, he does that after just to double check. He wants to make sure that his trick worked. So he goes, hey, Harry, who you fucking? And Harry goes, not Hermione. And Dumbledore goes, all right, cool. Sorry, I was just curious. Let's do drugs. Check out this memory.
Here, I'm going to dump this vial into this thing. Just dunk your whole head in there.
Just shove your whole head in here.
It's a memory. Yeah.
So there's a bunch of Weasel House stuff that I don't care about this early on.
Oh, there's some gems when they're up talking in the bedroom, though. A, they just start a house fire. B, the newspaper they burn is about Malfoy, because they hate that guy. Hermione shits on her own parents because they're muggles. Two of the big ones. Harry says, why wouldn't Dumbledore's there? Hogwarts, of course it's safe. Every single year someone's died.
Yep.
Every single year. Yep. Under Dumbledore.
That's mostly by Harry's hand, though.
Yeah, I guess it's safe for Harry.
It's just the last year where it looks like Harry killed somebody.
And then Dumbledore is 150 years old. Now, as far as I know, wizards are just people who can make magic.
Well, so I thought that was a joke.
No, I think Dumbledore's trying to live forever.
Well, Dumbledore has a friend who made the Philosopher's Stone so that he could live. You use that to make immortality potions or whatever.
Yeah, this ties back in your theory that Dumbledore's just jealous of Voldemort trying to live forever.
Oh, of course he's jealous.
Voldemort figured it out way before he could.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I had to say there.
Okay, all right.
Where did the Weasley twins get the business loan to open up that shop?
I wrote that down too. They're so poor.
Yeah.
And they keep a captive baby dragon.
It's probably their cousin probably brings it in.
I was gonna say they had that guy. Yeah, their oldest brother. Yeah.
The Order of the Phoenix are such shitheads.
They are
slave owning.
Yes. Child army raising.
Yeah, they take pictures with dead dragons.
Oh, they're the lion hunting dentists of the wizard world.
Doesn't the Snape scene happen right before that, where the Bellatrix and her sister?
Yes. So
I just wrote in that scene, Snape is susceptible to double dog dares.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially they double dog dare him to make a blood oath, a magic promise that he is unbreakable, that he'll help Malfoy do what the Dark Lord wants him to do, which is kill Dumbledore. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Which Dumbledore also wanted, so.
Will you kill Dumbledore? No. I dare you. Yes.
You do more of that Snape voice.
It's just every year he's been looking out for Malfoy just by keeping Harry Potter in line.
Yeah,
Snape wasn't there.
What a fucking James Bond boss Snape is. He's so deep undercover, and he's living with the guy who betrayed the woman he loved and caused her death, and he just got to deal with it.
I mean, he orders the guy around. I don't know what I don't know what that guy did to piss off Voldemort, but clearly it was something.
Yeah, all he did was bring him back to life.
Well, maybe Voldemort didn't like the way he dumped his tiny baby body into that cauldron.
Well, that guy looks like he talks about a lot of inane shit constantly and can't read a room.
Wormtail is the kind of guy that has one of those full body pillows with like an anime character on it. Right? Like, and he's always talking to Snape about like the latest anime that came out. You know, you can just tell. You can just tell. He's like the wizard equivalent of that guy.
Snape comes back from a long day at the office and there's a bunk bed built.
Wormtail unironically wears like a fedora.
Oh.
You're saying he's a brony?
Or he wears a trilby and corrects people when they call it a fedora. Yeah, actually, it's trilby. I'm just saying.
Hey, give the dude a break. He spent years as a rat. It's hard to break some of those habits.
He should have still. I'm sorry. Do you think all rats are into anime?
Yeah.
Do you think rats they all wear tiny little trilbies? Rats, I think, would be much cooler if they all wore little trilbies.
Next up in the heads up shop, rat-sized trilbies.
Trilbies for your rat.
I'm learning to sew. I'm on it.
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
So Ron wants to follow Draco and his mother on the grounds they saw them.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about...
He says this. He goes, "Hey, Harry, is it just me? Or does Draco and his mother look like two people that don't want to be followed? How about everybody looks like two people that don't want to be followed? I don't want to be followed."
I can't ever think of a time I was out shopping and I was like, I hope someone's following me.
And how paranoid is Harry? What's he doing in that furniture store? Shopping for furniture?
I don't know. He's like 16. He's going wherever his mother wants him to go. I don't give
That's the other thing. Yeah, they immediately think that their fucking classmate is up to no good, and he could just be furniture shopping with his mom. Like, these people are such fucking lunatics.
Hey, Harry, is it just me, or is there someone else's business we should be into right now?
Later on, more than one person shits on Lupin for being like, you're being way too suspicious, Harry. Like, this is not... Fucking Mr. Weasel later takes Harry aside and he's like, yeah, Lupin's condition, it gets rough. Okay, sorry. I know, we keep jumping. So, yeah, Snape makes a magical promise. Harry Potter thinks that Malfoy... He sneaks onto, like, the train car that Malfoy's on.
Not in a very sneaky way either, right?
No.
Like, someone's obviously in there. He's got an invisibility cloak, and he still can't hide from Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
He's like that blackout powder that the Weasley twins gave him.
Also, I don't remember the exact quote, but I just wrote, Draco's in the right. Hogwarts is terrifying and dangerous. They don't take tests or learn.
Yeah. Draco says something like, I'm glad I don't have to do another 2 years of this. And someone is like, whoa, what are you talking about? And he's like, I don't want to go here anymore.
He says he'd rather jump off the astrology tower than do another year at Hogwarts. It's fucked up. Well,
if you're not in with Dumbledore, then yeah
it's hard.
That school's got to be hard.
He's in the house that they all unanimously say are shitheads. Who, I'm skipping ahead 2 movies, but they arbitrarily lock all of that class in the dungeon.
They do. That comes out. That is jumping way ahead, but yeah, they do.
I don't remember that at all. But
I very clearly remember that scene. I think they actually make the janitor do it, which is like... And here's the thing. Sorry, I know we're jumping ahead, and we're going to talk about this again.
He's got all that free time, because all that amazing magic he does to clean the castle.
He doesn't have magic. He's a squib.
Oh, he is
fucking
a squib.
In this movie, Malfoy calls him squib. He says, "Get your hands off me, you filthy squib."
Oh, no.
So the other thing, when they make this janitor march all these kids in, none of the kids use magic on him. And they could just be like, stupefy. We're going to go do whatever we want. The Slytherin students all very politely allow themselves to be placed in detention.
Did you guys catch this when they're coming into Hogwarts and they see Filch is checking Draco's bags? He's like, "What is this cane?" Draco's got a cane now.
Taking after his father.
I thought it was his father's cane.
It could have been, but yeah, he's got a cane now.
It's a cane that's been passed down for generations from pimp to pimp. Keeping the Malfoys dope as hell, son.
Now, son, you're gonna want to find someone with a little long hair, and you just take take it. Come on, take it. And you just slightly whoosh their hair aside. It's okay. Try again. Also, right before when they're getting off the train, they ask where Harry is, and they're like, "Oh, he's probably just with his other friends. Where is he?
He
gone
hangs
for
out with
5 hours."
Neville sometimes.
Neville,
all his bags. We don't care.
I think it's Neville and Luna are his other friends.
Also, Hogwarts is a prison under lockdown.
Yep.
Where trying to escape will kill you.
And when, I mean, of course, I know you guys probably also noted this, but this is when he walks into that great hall. Ginny goes, "He's covered in blood. Why is he always covered in blood?"
Nobody asked any further questions.
No.
She's not saying she's not into it, but
just everyone's so used to it.
Just say, "Oh yeah, there's the chosen one. He's showing up covered in blood again. That's real cool.
Now, to backtrack a little bit, does Luna make her own newsletter? Is that what she's handing out? Or is she handing out some other kind of newsletter?
Oh, her dad.
Her and her dad make that newsletter, yeah.
They're like the Amherst, Northampton people of this world.
That's actually kind of a, yeah. They're like borderline conspiracy theorists, except they get shit on by people who should know better. They're like, oh, these magical creatures are invisible, and everyone treats them like, oh, okay, sure, Luna.
Yeah, there's invisible magic creatures.
Yeah.
We all know that magical creatures are only invisible to muggles. Okay, doesn't make any sense.
And again, a lot of respect for Luna in this film. Shows up to a dinner party as arm candy, just like, oh, I've never even been in this wing of the castle before.
I'm busy minding my own goddamn business.
I'm busy learning deadly magics. I came here to learn. She also unabashedly wears the lion head.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Other people, if they wore it, they probably would be made fun of. But I think everyone knows that Luna is maybe more dangerous than Hermione, so they just don't even fucking mention it.
Also immune to criticism. Very self-aware young lady.
Very mature.
Very mature.
How is it that Ginny is wearing Quidditch stuff and helping with the Quidditch trials, but I never see one girl in a Quidditch match? Are they on the team just benched?
That's a good point. Because they also mentioned that Katie Bell girl, she wouldn't hit a fly off the Quidditch pitch.
I don't remember that character. Who is that character?
That's Australian Harry.
Oh. Oh, she wouldn't hit a fly, mate.
Oh, good day, Dumbledore.
Let's head on down to Macca's.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, all right, they're all there. McGonagall just sees Harry and Ron standing in a hallway, and she's like, you're both taking potions now?
Yeah.
I have assigned you a new class. You don't have a free period in the morning. You're taking potions.
Harry, have you been manipulated yet? Okay. Go to the first day where you'll be making death potion.
So they neither of them have a book, of course, because they were not intending to take this class. And also, it's worth mentioning that McGonagall was like, oh, Harry, don't you still want to be an Auror? So this cult has pushed Harry into becoming essentially like a specialty cop that hunts down dark wizards. Didn't give him a choice to be anything else. He wants to be the kind of guy who kills dark wizards.
Quote-unquote dark wizards.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So they get to this potions class where Slughorn is teaching, and they go to grab books, and there's a new one and the old one. I bring this up because it's the crux of the film. But Ron, we get to see Ron. This is why Ron's the muscle.
Yeah.
He muscles Harry out, and he gets the fucking new book. Harry's touched him before, and Ron isn't afraid of turning into ash or dust.
He's like, what are you going to do, beat me up and then try to live with my parents for a couple of months at a time? No, I don't think so.
Now I kind of want to go back and watch the beginning of the first film. Do you think people just gave Harry like a 10-foot radius when he was walking through the halls and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Because the end of the previous year, he did turn an adult man to ash with his hands. Like, I'd probably give him a little space. But yeah, day one of potions, Slughorn gives them a pep talk, which is, hey, I'm teaching potions. And if you make the best death potion, I'll give you this liquid luck.
That's after him showing a big size cauldron that will make anybody like have lusty feelings for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it a love potion, but it's like an obsession.
Slughorn's the Bill Cosby of this world.
Lovable. It's not funny at all.
Bill Cosby has some okay specials. oh, Slughorn. All right, gotcha.
I guess. I don't know. I don't want to talk about Bill Cosby. He's a disgusting man.
True.
Well, I never got the impression that Slughorn was using these potions on children.
No,
I think Dumbledore tries to push it, though. You're right, but Dumbledore definitely wants him to be a pederast.
I don't... Whoa. I'm going to need some evidence for this one.
I wrote
Are we watching the same
lot.
movie? He's definitely up to something weird, because he's always like, goes near the end, he's always like getting some herbs from somewhere that are very valuable, or like, hey, you might have had the spider venom.
He's a lovable scamp. But
he's up to something.
Dumbledore wants Harry to be collected by him.
That's a good point.
And numerous times in the film, he says, by any means necessary. He's already been, like, kind of teaching Harry to be a little submissive the whole time.
And you know what, Brett? I think, to support this theory, I think Dumbledore wants that memory from Slughorn so that he can return it, but altered. I think he wants to give it back to him and just be like, well, this is what you remember. Maybe you enjoyed it.
Maybe that's what happened to Tom Riddle, you know?
So that's cool. I mean, you guys have hit one of the things I, generally don't want to talk about on the podcast.
I didn't want to go there.
This time it seems like J.K. Rowling was trying to bring us there.
I mean, I guess, but also, day one in potion, Slughorn shows them how to brew a poison potion, and they're all obsessed with the luck potion. I don't.
You know, it'll bring you good luck, poisoning all your enemies.
Yes, thank you, Jeff.
Have you ever even with a full glass of water, tried to not spill a drop walking. Now, put that in a giant, like, cast iron pot that's like 30 pounds, and then fill that with a liquid, and then walk around with it.
After that, we get the Dumbledore, like, hey, Harry, who you fucking? Cool, let's do some memory heroin. Just dunk your face in this pool, and I'll show you some cool shit, man. Here we see just really Dumbledore gets to edit these memories first, because later we learn that you can edit memories.
Yeah.
So Dumbledore is showing Harry some very clearly very hand-selected memories about Tom Riddle, who later becomes Voldemort.
Yeah, do you think real Tom Riddle just opened up a dresser that started on fire?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, it's almost as efficient as showing someone a memory of you meeting somebody. You just tell them what happened. You just say it.
It's fine. Well, you can just... Oh, here's what actually happened.
Yeah. Oral history passed down. And so Dumbledore's also been spying on Tom Riddle, obviously, because he knows about the stealing. And his seduction to get him to come with him is that you'll be able to set things on fire at will, too.
We'll teach you way cooler magic than whatever little things you've been able to do so far. So I wondered for a while why Dumbledore was recruiting Tom Riddle, and I figured it was just for his child army. He saw an outsider kid, and he had a chance to really cement his status as sort of the father figure with this kid. So he roped him in.
Yeah, he's not even headmaster at this point.
Right, right. But he's trying to build,
Why is he so interested in orphans? Like, if your parents are alive, he's not into it.
Yeah.
Well, nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
No one to give you advice.
Who you gonna tell that I've done this to you?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You're a weapon now. You have no family.
You have no one to go to.
Find some poor friends. Their parents have no power.
You gonna go to McGonagall? Because she belongs to my terrorist cell. Oh, Snape? Yeah, Snape does too. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I hold over the fact that the woman he loved died. Keeps him in line.
We learn that Dumbledore needs Harry to be a memory thief, steal memories from Slughorn for no reason.
Pimps him out hard here, and then Harry becomes willing. And, Harry's like, you didn't bring back Professor Slughorn to teach potions, did you? No, why would I bring a professor back to teach?
No.
That's something like someone responsible and like a principal of a school would do.
That's what a school does. You learn things at a school. No, this is a child army. This is a training ground. We get a lot of Quidditch in this film. A lot more, I guess, than last film.
Oh, I skipped over that entire part.
It was bad. I watched it, but like...
No, I mean, I watched it, but I didn't write anything.
It was bad. I just essentially my note was just like, Jesus, this was a waste of time.
Well, Hermione gets Ron back onto the team, and then Harry tricks Ron into having confidence to win a match, so that a girl that appears to already be obsessed with him will start making out with him. Yeah, it really backfires. Harry's help really backfires on Hermione there. Hermione had it under control, which is an interesting dynamic. You know, Hermione tries to adjust things so that Ron, the muscle of the group, owes her favors, and Harry just does it right back. You know, they're playing an elaborate game, mimicking Dumbledore. Well, that's all they've learned. Exactly. That's the point. That's all they've learned. This is how they operate now. This is what they think friendship is. Oh, Hermione and I? No, we're just friends. Oh, I'm sorry. What does friend mean to you, Harry? Oh, well, we psychologically manipulate our mutual friend Ron. Sort of a game of who owes who what favors. It's funny you bring that up, because when Harry and Luna walk back to school, Luna's like, it's almost like being with a friend. And Harry goes, we are friends. That's nice. Yeah, yeah. Well, because Luna sees his game, and she just fucking shoots. She just goes, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, sure, you fucking psychopath. You don't even know what my interests are. You've only used me for undead horses and getting you off the train after Malfoy kicks you in the face. I didn't think catfishing is the right word, but when he's like, anyone fancy the butterbeer? I gotta go dangle my doinker in front of Slughorn. Hermione, are those alcoholic? Because Hermione, she like downs it. They are. And she seems drunk when they walk back. That's when she has her arm around both of them. That's what it's supposed to be. She's supposed to be a little inebriated. Why is Hermione drinking a lot? Oh, it's because she's upset about Ron? I don't want to brag, but I've read the books. I think she's just drinking a lot because, Jesus, that school is a fucking trial, man. I'd drink a lot, too. I'd be down to that bar every day. But then I'd probably also be going to classes to learn reality-bending magics. Is she still using the time turner? Because wouldn't she be like 24 by now? I think she only uses it for that one, The Prisoner of Azkaban. Right. Because that couldn't get them out of all their problems otherwise. Exactly. Well, she realized they weren't really going to take classes that seriously, so why have so many?
Exactly. And once she realizes, like, oh, this doesn't matter. I'll just do whatever I want all the time anyway.
Yeah. Everyone seems to always tip the scales in my favor.
So Harry dangles his doinker in front of Slughorn in the bar.
He's only interested in learning once he gets a book that has all the answers in it, and that Dumbledore's like, can you impress this teacher for me? Then he's like, yeah, I'm all in. I'm all great at potions.
It's so easy to be good when someone just gives you all the answers first.
Yeah. Dumbledore asked me to get to know him, and then his friends are cool with him seducing a professor.
We gotta trust him. It must be for a good reason.
I'm pretty sure the Weasley's house does not have electricity, and neither does Hogwarts. Is it because they're off the grid from the Muggle world? Like, Muggles invented electricity, so like you can't just power those lines to the wizard houses and things, because then they're on the grid, and then Muggles know more about them.
I think Hogwarts is off the grid because it is like a CIA Black Ops
like
site.
a PG&E guy comes to check the meter.
Yeah.
What do you guys do here?
I think the Weasels just can't afford it.
Yeah.
They don't
so
poor.
All I see is fire and candles in Hogwarts, though. Is it cheaper to do like fire spells every morning?
The Weasels, they're so magical they don't know how to pay a bill. How do I do it? I don't know. Maybe Harry will do it for us.
Wizards don't know what dentists are.
They're all fascinated. Oh, wow, you can take care of your teeth?
Oh, wait a minute. These happen in England, right? Maybe British people don't know what dentists are. Is that still a funny joke when you talk about British people having bad teeth?
Whoa, Jeff, you're sliding into the 1970s. Whoa, come back.
Hey, what's the deal with airline food?
All right, he's through the 90s. He's coming back.
Have you heard about this thing in the news?
Tell them about 9/11. Tell them about 9/11 as you slide by.
I had a different point, but I forget now.
That's fine.
Jeff, tell them about 9/11.
He's back now. He missed his chance. Okay, so after that we get the boys talk about women's skin in.
My God! I know.
When they're in bed, as Harry Potter's looking where Draco Malfoy is walking around the halls with his little Marauders map.
Yeah, we got a couple Buffalo Bills.
Maybe he likes your sister's skin, bro.
You think he likes my sister's skin? How about Hermione's skin? Yeah, bro.
Nice
I
skin,
never thought about it, but it's great skin.
I wish there was like a way to like look at their skin all the time. You know, like we could just sleep with their skin.
He puts on goodbye horses.
Couple moths fly by the window. On the other hand, to be fair, it's hard being 16, man. Come on. It's hard. You remember that?
You're just laying in bed thinking about girls' skin? Oh, it's hard.
I don't remember that, Jeff. I don't. So actually, even before Christmas, they have the Slughorn dinner, right?
Where Ginny is getting beat, apparently.
Yeah, I think the suggestion was supposed to be she was crying because the guy
Those are two black guys.
Yeah.
was mean to her, but like when she sits down, it was like, I don't know if it was the lighting on the scene, but it did look like she had two black eyes, and no one does anything about it. After the dinner, everybody leaves, and Slughorn
post-dinner seduction.
He closes and locks the door and turns around, and there's Harry Potter, and it's like, hey, nice dinner, Slughorn. Tell me about my parents' murderer. Tell me everything you know.
He does that with a lot of people, though.
Yeah, I mean, I bet Slughorn expected it. Like, the other professors were probably like, hey, just so you know, at some point, Potter's going to corner you and ask about his parents' murderer.
I'm sorry, sir. He killed my parents. Oh, yeah. He was Wizard Hitler. He killed a lot of parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed a lot of people. Okay, get over yourself. I'm sorry, were you there? Yeah, but you were a baby? Get over it.
Wait a second. Yeah, also, get over it. 15 years ago. Not like you knew them.
Yeah, the one memory you did see of your parents, your dad was a real jackass.
Actually, come to think of it, did Voldemort kill a lot of people? All these kids, their parents would have been in the Voldemort years. All have parents. We know he killed Harry's parents, and they tortured Neville's parents. And then
he
when
didn't torture them, did he?
Yeah, he didn't torture them.
Bellatrix.
Good point. Good point. And then when his wand comes out, 4 bodies come out. Cedric, who he didn't actually kill, that old man, and Harry's parents.
Well, I think it stops at Harry's parents because those are the ones that matter. It doesn't matter that Cedric or the old man died.
But I don't want to be a Voldemort denier or whatever. I don't think he killed a lot of people.
I think there's a good case to be made based on the things that come out of the wand because there's really only those 4 people.
And Slughorn even says if a monster ever existed, it was well hidden.
Yeah.
Well, he was lying at that point in the film. Also, we find out that he had to
so
at least...
Jeff, you're trusting Dumbledore, man.
We know from Horcruxes you have to kill at least 7 people.
No.
If he's putting his soul into 7 different parts, he has to kill 7 people. And I'm guessing that's before he tried to kill Harry's parents. I'm sure the Ministry kills people that are in Azkaban.
Well, here's the thing.
Death row, right?
What if he does mercy killings? What if he's doing euthanasia?
What if he's executing convicted criminals? And maybe when he was doing that and making the Horcruxes, he was thinking even then, these wizards that I'm executing on behalf of the Ministry don't deserve to die. Or I think the Ministry needs to change so that this process is more humane. I agree he's the rebel outsider.
Yeah, his soul gets split because of his inner turmoil and conflict.
Yeah, he's so passionate about giving everyone a good quality of life.
Yeah, why would your soul split if you didn't care about the murder?
Exactly. This, I think, is why Dumbledore is furious that he cannot replicate this spell, because he does not give a shit when he kills people. No. He has to find another way to live forever, and if he can't do it this way, then he doesn't want Voldemort to be able to do it this way either.
Now, do you think it's because Dumbledore rarely does his own dirty work, that he has children do it, and their souls are getting torn apart? He doesn't realize he has to actually be the one to take the life. He's trying to have his cake and eat it too.
Look, I think there's a lot of possibilities here. I think the one thing that we come out of it with is that Voldemort's not as bad as everyone says he is. Here's the other thing. If he's such a genius wizard, maybe he's adapted the Horcrux spell so that he doesn't have to kill people, but the Ministry is just perpetuating that lie because he's their enemy.
If only they made a series of movies about this first time, we could really find out what the deal is with Voldemort.
I mean, you could read about Horcruxes, but Dumbledore restricts that knowledge.
We'll get to that memory later because they don't learn anything from it. There's no valuable knowledge learned in there. But the only Horcrux that we get to see made is Harry Potter. Spoiler alert, he's a Horcrux. Everyone says he survived because of his mother's love. What if love is the ingredient that Voldemort replaced it with? What if Voldemort showed up and was like, hey, you guys really love each other. Do you want your son to live forever? And they flipped out because they were Dumbledore slaves. They belonged to the Order of the Phoenix, right? Actually, maybe holy shit, maybe Voldemort was there to save Harry from a life of servitude to Dumbledore. I'm just saying.
Let's talk about love.
My mind literally blown right now.
Right? So he shows up to save Harry, and his parents attack Voldemort as soon as he walks in the house. He defends himself, accidentally kills these two. Voldemort tries to bring them back because he doesn't want Harry to grow up without his parents, and inadvertently makes Harry into a Horcrux. It's an idea I just had. It's not fully fleshed out. Listen to the next episode of Heads Up Podcast. I'm just saying, if Voldemort was able to adapt the spell to go with great love, then it's not, in fact, Harry's mother who saved Harry Potter that night. It's Voldemort.
And he sacrificed himself.
Yes, thank you.
Can I point out two separate scenes in the movie where Hermione runs off because, I think it's after the dance. She's crying in the hallway. Oh, no. It's after the Quidditch match. She's crying in a hallway, manipulating birds, and she's upset talking to Harry Potter. Then she uses the birds to attack Ron because she's angry, throws them all into a wall.
Yeah.
Those birds dead.
I wrote that down.
Later, Malfoy, playing with a closet, kills a bird. How many birds have to die?
He was practicing his magician act.
And he's torn up about that bird, too, by the way.
Yeah.
You can see it on his face.
Tomb.
At that scene, I wrote, Draco's becoming a magician. Also, there's a line that got glossed over. After the meal and Harry tries to seduce him, Hermione says, I think Harry enjoyed dessert.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone's cool with statutory rape.
And in what way do you think that line is being said, Brett?
What do you mean?
Who was Harry's dessert?
Oh, Slughorn.
Yeah.
I thought it was Ginny because that's when she showed up. But
the innocent way to read it is that she was saying Harry was really into the part where Ginny showed up with two black eyes. The other way is that, Hermione knows Harry stayed behind and heard Slughorn close and lock the door.
I mean, do you think he takes personal responsibility for those black eyes because he spent a year teaching her how to defend herself with magic, and she still can't get it done?
I mean, I think Harry's okay as long as she's not crying. We know how much he hits you when they cry. They're fucking lunatics, these kids.
Like, if I'm gonna try to make out with you, please don't be crying.
Please don't be crying. That's my only request.
Heads up official stance. Don't cry while making out. It's gross.
They have Slughorn's dinner. Ron is down with using drugs to win when he thinks Harry has slipped him the luck potion. Harry jokingly says, I am the chosen one, to Hermione.
Jokingly?
I mean, I think he's trying to play it off as a joke, but I think Hermione's like, this kid believes it.
The joke is, she thinks she's the chosen one. The joke is, haha, I am the chosen one. It's not like...
And meanwhile, Hermione's putting away books that say, I wish Voldemort had killed my parents.
Then they go home for Christmas. They're at, or maybe they attend one of the terrorist cell meetings at the Weasel's house. The Death Eaters show up just in time for Harry to not be able to kiss Ginny.
Yeah.
And so furious at this is Harry that he chases them blindly into a field.
Yeah. Why is it that they lured everybody out of the house and then blew it up? You know what I mean? Why
Right.
just blow up the fucking house?
Yeah.
Well, because they didn't want any victims.
Exactly. They don't want to kill these children because the Death Eaters know that these children are just... At the very least, if the Death Eaters don't, Voldemort does. So he gives them orders.
I wish we could call them something else, because I don't like that Dumbledore language.
See, I don't mind Death Eaters. They are trying to eat the death of the wizarding world. They're trying to take it away from everyone else. They want everyone to live forever, like Voldemort has. So that in that sense, I approve of their name.
Can't Dumbledore just come in after and just do that spell he did at that Muggle house and just put the Weasley's house back together? Is it not a big deal if they blow up just a house?
Well, it's not a big deal if they blow up the Weasel's house. You see how that place looks? Won't be able to tell any difference. There's some other stuff, but then they're back at Hogwarts. Harry talks to the lady who touched the cursed necklace, and she's like, I know what you're going to ask. I can't remember anything. Please don't talk to me. You're making me a target.
Yeah. And then Malfoy looks so guilty down the...
Well, remember, we're seeing this from a perspective that's supporting the Harry Potter
narrative.
mode of... So Harry Potter turns around and sees Draco Malfoy standing there and assumes that Draco is guilty.
Yeah, he's been following... I mean, Draco's being followed by Harry, Ron, and Hermione for months now.
Yeah, if not years.
Yeah.
They've stalked him other times.
Also, right before that is when Dumbledore shows Harry the altered memory. And Slughorn alters his memory because he doesn't want Dumbledore knowing he's teaching students academics.
Well, he also doesn't... I think Slughorn also doesn't want Dumbledore to know how Horcruxes work.
Right. But, like, a student asked him a question and he answered it. And he's like, oh, gee, he's not going to like that.
He's not going to let me near the kids anymore.
I better just throw them out when they ask questions.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, right? Those books aren't restricted to Dumbledore, right?
Oh, no rule. There's no rules in that place for
Right.
Dumbledore.
Like, he could have read those books. Like, Tom Riddle found that in maybe a couple days. You maybe look up, like, Dark, Live Forever Curses, and just, like, suss it out.
But much like the Half-Blood Prince book, Dumbledore tries to follow the word of the book, and he doesn't see the fine points.
That's right. He doesn't really get how it's done.
Yeah, doesn't understand the subtlety.
So Harry turns around and he sees Draco Malfoy, and he assumes that Draco looks guilty. And Draco sees Harry looking at him, and he goes, I better get out of here before this lunatic kills me. So Draco flees to the bathroom, and in his moment of weakness, when he's breaking down, he looks at himself in the mirror, and he knows what he's been ordered to do, and he starts crying. Harry shows up to lend a kind ear to his classmates' problems. No, I'm just kidding. He shows up and accuses him with no evidence, and they immediately have a wand battle.
Yeah, if I ran after somebody and I saw that I chased them to the bathroom and I saw them just looking in the mirror at themselves and crying, my first thing would be like, "Hey, dickhead," and then shoot a laser at him.
I know what you did, you piece of shit.
Lucky I learned all these new spells to hurt people, so I'll just mortally wound you and leave you in the bathroom.
Yeah. I read the spell. It says for enemies. Let me try it on Draco Malfoy in a fit of passion. Oh, wow. He's bleeding out pretty heavily.
Yeah. Oh, probably won't suffer any consequences for this.
And he doesn't.
Not so much as a conversation. Not even a word about it.
Attempted murder on another student and nothing. Ginny helps Harry hide the book. Why are they hiding it instead of just destroying it? This isn't a magic book. This is just a book on alchemy to make potions that
Well,
had
it's also...
like
It's kind of like their book anniversary, those two.
that's
Well,
fair.
yeah, it's not a dangerous book at all. It's just got those couple spells that Harry Potter used recklessly. Like, Harry Potter shouldn't have that book, but it's a useful tool.
Now,
it's like, hide it somewhere so a kid next year can find it. You know what I mean? So they can ace potions.
Well, they don't know how to defend against that spell though. Until they don't want other people learning that spell until they know how to defend against it. So
if I was going to hide something from you guys, I wouldn't take you with me, first off, to the room I was going to hide it in. And I would hide it in the room where if I needed it back, it would just be there.
I wrote that down in my notes too. Yeah. The room of requirement is the one place in this castle where someone will definitely find it, because some kid's going to be walking along someday thinking, I really need to pass potions. There's the door to the room of requirement. He's going to walk in. There's the book right there. He picks it up. Boom.
Yeah. Ginny kisses him and then says, I can stay hidden up here too if you like, and then bolts.
Well, yeah, they're being sexually playful with one another. Yeah.
Why is she gone from there when they pan out after the kiss? Did she then also hide?
Probably,
the entire time Harry was thinking, I could do this with Slughorn.
I don't think so.
This could be our little secret room.
The more you talk about it, the more I feel like Slughorn's not the pedophile, but Harry Potter's trying to honey trap him.
Yeah.
Pedophile. Like the way you're framing it is terrible.
It's like an episode of To Catch a Predator, except he doesn't want to fuck the kid.
Yeah, it's Slughorn's house. It's not like...
Slughorn, aren't you going to offer me a drink? And then he brings him a drink. Harry Potter spills it over his shirt. Oh, my goodness. Do you have a washer? I need to take this off.
There are 4 scenes in this movie where a boy stays behind in Slughorns.
All right. I don't want to talk about this anymore. You people are disgusting.
All right, but now we move into some Slughorn scenes where I just kept writing, he's such a scoundrel.
First of all, yeah, Harry he realizes, God, they're such fucking idiots. He has to hear someone say the word luck for him to think about the luck potion that Slughorn, the man he's trying to get the memory from, gave him. And he goes, oh, luck, that's all I need, a little... I'm surprised the name of the movie wasn't Harry Potter and the Luck Potion. Like... So Harry Potter also, he decides, I need to get this thing done, I'll use drugs to help me. Which is essentially, that's what potions are.
They know Slughorn's schedule so well. Like, Hermione just goes like, he does this, he does this, he does this, every night. Well, she's been casing him.
Hermione and Ron are trying to help Harry honeypot him.
I don't think it's Death Eaters that have been hunting down Slughorn this whole time either.
That's the Order of the Phoenix, definitely.
Yeah.
How hard is it to make a mask, right? Seriously, how hard is it to get black robes and a mask?
Right.
And say threatening things with your voice distorted?
Pretty easy.
I'm convinced it's the Order of the Phoenix doing a bunch of this shit.
Yeah, so liquid luck helps the seduction. One drop of that other stuff would kill the entire room, and he goes balls deep into this entire vial.
Yeah, we never really get an idea, like, if he could have taken half of it and kept the other half for, I don't know, when he has to kill a dark wizard?
Yeah.
Like Dumbledore wants him to? Like
he doesn't read the thing that says take 2 drops every day.
I know my body. I can handle it. I have a high tolerance for luck.
So he finds Slughorn stealing from, I forget the professor's name, but he's stealing plants.
He is such a lovable scoundrel.
They go visit Hagrid because Harry just decides to, and I think the honeypot's working a little bit on Slughorn because he follows him out. He's thinking, isolated cabin. What if Hagrid's not home?
I hate watching. I hate it when you leave the school, but I love watching you go. Is everything?
So they go out. Aragog is dead inexplicably in the middle of a field, not in the forest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got Lennied.
Yeah, he came looking for Hagrid to kill him, and Hagrid had to put him down.
Oh no, like Hagrid was just petting him.
You didn't think he went there to be like, normally I stay in the dark forest, but ever since you had those kids come visit me, I cannot get the idea of just such tasty humans out of my mind. Can we lure a couple of people in? Your brother told me you could do that sometimes. Can we get a couple in? Just
came to negotiate.
Just like 20 people. Got a lot of kids in there.
I also it's partly because he's under the effect of the luck potion, but
Uh,
he does not give a shit that the spiders did.
Slughorn goes, do you want me to say a few words? And then he goes, did Aragog have a family? And Harry goes, oh yeah. Like, the unfinished part of that sentence was, oh yeah, and my friend was traumatized by them, and he still has nightmares.
There's a ton of dangerous spiders out there.
There's so many dangerous spiders out in the woods, buddy.
The person that's supposed to teach us about magical creatures has put an invasive species into the dark forest and is ruining the ecosystem in there.
No, Hagrid's balanced it out by putting a giant in there. Just throw a giant in, why not? Also, so look, I mean, Harry could have used his luck potion for anything. At any point in his life, for any reason, but he uses it in service of Dumbledore to get this memory that Dumbledore wants.
The great trick on Harry is that he thinks he has free will.
And then they're in Hagrid's hut.
Oh wait, sorry, real quick. Slughorn's speech: breaking the spider leg. Such a scoundrel. Such a scoundrel. And then his speech is the best. He had that cool British cadence where he's like, "His body will decay, but his life."
Well, I think Harry needed the luck potion. To talk to Slughorn again, because once Dumbledore was very specific about what he wanted Harry to do, Harry just busts in to talk to him, and then recounts this altered memory, just line for line, hoping that it's going to trick Slughorn into giving the information, and not be like, hey, I told Dumbledore that lie a couple years ago.
Yeah, he goes in and reenacts this fake memory that Slughorn gave to Dumbledore. Yeah,
he needs that potion because he cannot get intel from anybody because he's an idiot.
Harry, what are you doing? No, Tom. My name's Tom.
But they're in Hagrid's shack, and Slughorn tells this kind of touching story about how Harry's mother gave him a magical fish. Right, he came into his office one day, and on his desk there was this little fish bowl, and there's a lily on top, and then it sinks down and turns into a fish before it hits the bottom. Immediately, Harry uses that to convince him to give him the memory. Immediately, he turns it on him to be like, hey, if you don't help me defeat Voldemort by giving me this memory, that the fishbowl's empty forever. You disgrace my mother's memory by not helping me.
Well, maybe Harry thinks they're friends now. And you can talk to him like that.
Why couldn't Dumbledore just brew his own luck potion and then use that to get the memory?
Why isn't Dumbledore supplying luck potion to these 3 teenagers to help them kill Voldemort constantly?
Oh, he can't.
Why not suck a little bit of that down when you go to get that fucking Horcrux?
He can't give any to Hermione. She becomes the new Dark Lord if she learns how to. No, absolutely not. And then, so they get the memory, and the memory tells them nothing. Dumbledore has already found other Horcruxes other than the journal.
It tells Dumbledore one thing. Dumbledore figures out Harry's a Horcrux.
Yeah, he does have that revelation, but he does not tell Harry. He just looks at his scar and is like, oh.
Because Harry touches the ring flips out, and then Harry does that neck crick thing. Yeah. And Dumbledore's face just goes white, and he's just staring at Harry, being like, and I think I just found another one.
Here's the thing, though. They didn't need the memory for that. Harry just had to touch the ring. So what they learned from the memory is that there's information on how to make Horcruxes in the library that students can access.
Hey, it's in the restricted section. They know not to go over there.
Yeah, there's a rope with a sign. That Voldemort may have done this 7 times, but he says what happens if someone does it 7 times in the past, in Slughorn's memory. Yeah. There's nothing preventing Voldemort from doing this 12 or 24 or 49 times. Yeah. Nothing whatsoever.
69 times. Am I right? Okay. Am I right?
I guess
5, am I right?
As long as it's a significant number, of course, yes. That's it. There's no reason. This was pointless. Was Dumbledore just keeping Harry busy while Dumbledore was going off to find other of these Horcruxes? Was he just like...
I was gaining a lot of respect for Dumbledore as a good wizard until he couldn't figure out a Horcrux or what to do with it, and he's spent all this time wasting it looking for this memory.
Isn't that ring have the immortality stone in it?
I don't know.
I think that's got the resurrection stone or whatever.
Dumbledore later, essentially from beyond the grave, gives one to Harry, so he has access to them, however they're made.
But I think he was trying to be immortal again. And this time, Voldemort finally tricked him.
Pulled one over on old Dumbledore.
Because he knew Dumbledore's insane lust to live forever.
Dumbledore got greedy.
Yeah.
They go to get this other Horcrux. Only the 2 of them. Why would you bring more people into this dangerous place? Why would you bring more than... Why? Of course not. You bring a teenager and an old man.
Why don't you not brew a little luck potion, you know?
No, of course not. You would never do that. Dumbledore further conditions Harry by saying that you can come, but you have to obey me without question. Which is really just what he's been doing all along. They raise this boat up out of the pond. Do you think... So right on the prow of the boat, there's these little skulls. Do you think Voldemort took some time to carve those? Do you think... How do you...
I hope so.
How do you think he just spent a month learning how to carve wood?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, my boat in the water's gonna have fucking cool skulls on it, man. It's gonna be sick.
Just like anyone of importance in this movie, he's probably rich. He probably shopped around for it. It's I'm looking for a nice little rowboat.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a little, let me show you what my parents' grave looks like. There's a Grim Reaper on it with a scythe. That's the motif I'm going for.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we call ourselves Death Eaters.
Yeah, we're trying to help everyone live forever. Yeah. So that's our cool thing.
Have I shown you this tattoo? Look at that. We all have one.
See where the snake's coming out of? The skull. That was my idea. Lucius was what if we just have it wrap around the head? I was like, nah, get out of here.
Nah.
He knows canes. He knows canes, but he doesn't know tattoos.
Yeah.
You know the bat signal? You ever see the bat signal? Check this out. Gonna make dark clouds. Gonna look exactly like this tattoo. It's gonna be sick.
Oh, Dumbledore gets a sick burn in here. He goes, because I'm much older, much cleverer, and something else.
And he said, your blood is much more valuable than mine.
Yeah. Well, he would know. He knows how all different types of blood taste.
Yeah, that wasn't a metaphor. He was literally saying, I can sell your blood for a lot of money.
Your blood is like a fine wine. So they enter this black and white cave. There's obvious traps everywhere. What they should have done was bring a house elf. The house elf drinks all the water, and then you have 2 competent wizards to save the day.
Yeah. Isn't that how the Regulus guy does it? He has creature do it?
Does he? He might. I don't know.
Wait, regular? Oh, that's R.A.B.
Yeah. I know. In the book,
you're ruining these other movies for me.
Well, that's not even the movie. That's just in the book.
I don't want to brag, but I've read the book. So
he has creature drink it all, and then he takes it.
I mean, that's the way to do it. Why wouldn't you do that? What a hero! Yeah. Another black. Sirius Black's brother or cousin or whatever. Another hero. Another hero who owns slaves and uses them.
You know what? I had never thought about this before, but owning a slave is really convenient.
That is official Heads Up Pod stance.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and disagree. We're going to move on from that.
Why did you wink?
This is a funny bit. I love it.
So there's a good Dumbledore teaching moment. He says, no matter how much they beg for it to stop, you just have to keep going.
So dark.
When he's asking for water and he fills up the little bowl that you said the poison in it, and it can't scoop it out, why not just do the same water spell in the little cup or like directly into Dumbledore's mouth?
Or like into your palm. How about use anything other than the shell you use to scoop the poison out, which may or may not be enchanted?
In a cave full of salt water. I mean, to be fair, he's never learned anything.
Fish drink it, they're fine.
Yeah. Or how about this? Instead of that, just get in the boat and fucking leave immediately. Yeah. Don't wait for these corpses, these undead corpses in the water to attack it. Just get in the boat and leave.
Yeah, maybe through like teleportation.
Once we're out of here, I'll get you a Dasani. This episode brought to you by Dasani.
Don't they have a spell where you just, if you point at something, it comes to you?
I'm sure Buckbeak owes Dumbledore a favor. Can he just fly in there and rescue them?
It would be convenient to have a flying horse bird at any point, anywhere. But no, of course not.
He's not prepared.
So they go back to Hogwarts, and then Draco Malfoy shows up to kill Dumbledore because, as he very correctly puts it, if he doesn't kill Dumbledore, then Voldemort will kill him.
Quick, right before that, so this is a super expensive boarding school. The Malfoys are insanely rich. Draco sleeps on a cot.
Well, you can imagine why he's less than pleased that he has to go here.
Yeah, like an army barracks cot.
This isn't a school. This is a training ground for a child army.
I don't know. Harry Potter's bed looks pretty comfortable.
Yeah, you get promoted if you're in with your superiors. It's classic conditioning, guys. Come on, learn how to train a child army, for Christ's sake.
And here's the Gryffindor dorms. There's a couple saunas. There's king feather beds. And here's Slytherin. It's a slab of stone.
It's colder.
There's only purple and green light down here. Good luck.
So Snape has to kill Dumbledore. Spoiler alert, I know that was a big deal a couple years ago. I saw on the internet. Everyone was real mad about it.
Snape's got balls.
So Snape, again, the good guy, he does it. So there was a lot of discussion about why Snape had to kill Dumbledore. And everyone said it was because Dumbledore wanted him to, Dumbledore ordered him to. I think that's partially true. I think because he made this unbreakable vow, he promised to look after Draco. Killing someone would cause psychological and emotional harm. Yeah. You saw how he reacted when he thought that bird was dead.
Yeah.
And you saw how bad he felt when that lady got cursed because of him. He ran to the bathroom to cry about it. So I think Snape, knowing this, shows up and goes, I have to protect him from actually killing Dumbledore. I don't actually want this kid to have to suffer through that. So he does it. He takes that burden on himself. Snape's a good guy. Everyone knows that.
Being manipulated by Dumbledore.
Yep.
And Voldemort. He's stuck in the middle.
So I think Snape believes in Voldemort's vision of a reformed ministry.
Well, going back to Draco Malfoy crying in the bathroom, don't you think that scene would have been improved if they went to the same bathroom they always go to, with the girls' bathroom where Moaning Myrtle is, and she was like talking to Malfoy while that happened, and then making comments during the battle that they were trying to find each other? Wouldn't that be a better scene?
No. No, absolutely not. Any Harry Potter film that does not have Moaning Myrtle is a better Harry Potter film.
The Jar Jar Binks of the series.
Yeah. My favorite character.
Not ideal, no. You just liked it because she was scoping out doinkers in the bath.
Yeah, she's living my dream.
Doinker watch.
We're definitely clipping that out for use. That's gonna definitely use that.
And then why does Draco need the other Death Eaters there to watch him kill Dumbledore?
Oh man, Draco
Seems like a
is
lot of work
so
repairing that.
Stressed out. He doesn't want to be a child soldier. He wants to learn.
Yeah.
He's never gonna learn with Dumbledore there.
It took him so long to repair that chest so they could go in and they could watch him kill Dumbledore. It'll be in all the papers, bro.
I think he, like Snape, is very much caught in the middle. I think he, like Voldemort and like the Death Eaters, wants a reformed ministry.
They imprisoned his father.
Yes, exactly. Probably without, or they gave him a mock trial. It's taken them 20 years. But they're finally starting to come around to Voldemort's way.
Yeah, he's got to worry about his mom.
Yeah, exactly.
His mentally unstable aunt just broke out of jail. She's staying with him. He's got a lot of problems on his plate. And meanwhile, this guy is just favoring psychos, not teaching him anything. Hasn't taken a test the entire time he's been here. He's not going to have a job when he gets out. The Ministry's probably seized all the Malfoy riches.
I bet they have to rebuild Azkaban.
Yeah, and now Malfoy knows that Dumbledore's got people in the Ministry. He's got Kingsley lining up to be Minister.
And to be fair, though, what other choices Voldemort have? He needs Dumbledore. He knows Dumbledore's a threat, and Voldemort he's just like, please, Draco, I need you to get in there. He's not going to expect me to subvert his child army. I need your help. Son, you and me.
Dumbledore has already resorted to making a child army to recruit children.
Yeah.
Voldemort's trying to play catch-up. He's trying to play Dumbledore's game.
I bet he approached Malfoy and went, look, listen, son. Can I call you son? I feel like we're close.
Hand on his shoulder.
I love that cane of yours. I've always loved your dad's cane.
Your family knows canes. I've worked with your dad for a long time. I'm sad he's in jail. Listen,
if we ever hope to get your father out of jail, things gotta change.
They gotta change. And Dumbledore, think of all your classmates. They're gonna get hurt when Dumbledore uses them as his child army. With just one single move, we can take him off. We can take him off the playing field.
Do you remember a couple years ago when they did that Triwizard tournament and they kidnapped people and put them at the bottom of lakes, and one of your classmates got murdered?
I'd go in and kill him myself, but they put up a force field. I want to.
What am I supposed to do? There's a force field.
I
dropped out and someone was already living in the shack.
That's a good point, Jeff. I bet when Voldemort that's like the dropout shack, and Hagrid just had it on lockdown for like 15 years.
It's supposed to do it for like a year to get your life together, and then you have to leave.
That's why he had Bellatrix blow it up.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird move too. I didn't note that down, but the last thing the Death Eaters just walk out after killing Dumbledore. Like no one. There's an entire school full of wizards. No one tries to stop them except for Harry. And the last thing they do is blow up Hagrid's shack for no reason. And I think that might be the reason, is that the whole world would be different if Voldemort just had that year to kind of get himself together in the dropout shack.
And they're outside his burning shack for a little while. You don't hear him get up and go, whoa, my house is on fire. Oh, Jesus. He's not like running outside, grabbing the dog or anything. He's probably still passed out from getting too drunk with Harry, the other guy.
I think he's out in the Dark Forest, keeping his brother company, a.k.a. murdering children on their bikes for his collection. Oh, he finds his own food. So
Harry, this one had nice skin. Here you go.
So the end of the movie, Harry essentially is like, I'm gonna be just like Voldemort. I'm gonna drop out of school. I'm gonna go it alone. And then he's like, I'm gonna go find all these Horcruxes myself, even though I couldn't pass my potions class without getting a cheat book. And Hermione's just like,
find anymore.
And then I can't. That
becomes real helpful in the real world, trying to find these Horcruxes.
Sure would be convenient if you're fighting a guy and you could brew a poison that would kill him with a single drop, right? Yeah, maybe. And Hermione's just like, are you a fucking moron? Like, you can't find all these yourself, you dipshit. Like, yeah, we'll help.
Yeah, Ron didn't have a future in academics anyway, so he's gone. We're all dropping out.
Harry also robs Dumbledore's body and no one does anything. And he was the last person known to be with him. Every single year.
Every year.
Harry shows up with a dead guy.
Also, no one could stop the Death Eaters, but everyone definitely wakes up because they know Dumbledore's dead and they gather in this courtyard just to stand around his corpse. And do nothing. They point their wands at the sky.
Well, that's to clear up that sick, dark skull cloud.
You mean the promise of immortality that the Death Eaters are bringing?
Yeah. Oh my god, something just... Alright, so they're in the tower talking and then they see the Phoenix fly by. Do you think Dumbledore is the Phoenix as a Horcrux?
That would be a brilliant Horcrux.
Because that shit never dies.
Yeah, exactly. No, see, I don't think he knew that it was love
that
Voldemort uses. Or maybe Dumbledore was using Horcruxes, and the deaths he was using were the ones that Harry Potter was committing. Like, anytime Harry Potter killed someone, Dumbledore could use that to make a Horcrux.
Now, after Harry Potter robs Dumbledore's lifeless body, he then goes to Dumbledore's office to take things as well. And McGonagall comes in, and, he sees Harry Potter and is like, knows he must be hurting, and tries to reach out to him. Hey, I'm also in this terrorist cell. Hey, I've also been trying to manipulate you. If you ever need to talk, and Harry Potter's just like, fuck it, he's gone. I'm leaving. Dropping out of the stupid school anyway. It's crazy.
He never needs to talk about his emotions.
Hey, Dumbledore taught him, you put your emotions in the pool if you have them.
Yep. Yeah. Does this memory upset or disturb you or make you want to change to be a better person? Take it on out. Get it out.
Like, she may have been useful in trying to find these Horcruxes, but he's like, nah, I don't talk to girls.
Your skin's not nice enough. Anything else?
Yeah, they just agree to drop out, and then the movie ends, right?
And the movie ends, yeah. I guess Hermione cautions Harry to not shove his tongue down Ginny's throat when Ron's around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they get over Dumbledore pretty quick.
Yeah, they're done. They move on to talking about the set stuff.
And there's also they're in the astronomy tower where Dumbledore died. That's not a crime scene. No investigation being held.
Harry Potter, the only person there, said that Snape did it, and Snape isn't there to defend himself.
The only witness to another murder.
The only, yep. So they just...
He's like Jessica Fletcher.
I don't know who that is.
That Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, okay.
She figures out every murder in that town.
Jeff going back to the 80s.
Yeah, no, cool. That's a cool reference that everyone will definitely get. The title character of Murder, She Wrote. Yeah. Okay. Candy. No transitions. This week we ate 100 grand bar.
We should have eaten, but I couldn't find them for the life of me, even though I had eaten them recently. Huh. I checked 5 different establishments around me.
I was afraid I wouldn't be able to find one. I was afraid I'd barely be able to afford it.
Hi-yo.
And that's a wrap on Money Jokes for the 100 grand bar. Jeff, you did not get to eat one?
I did not get to eat one, but I have had one fairly recently.
Okay. So. Yeah, I couldn't find any at CVS. I found some at Rite Aid. Thrilling story.
Hey, I checked 2 CVS's. It's not just your CVS.
Oh. I was afraid it was like an East Coast candy, but they had it out here.
Nestle makes them, right? It's a national brand.
It's a national brand,
Brett.
Fucking embarrassing yourself.
And I think they make chocolate candy to make Hershey's chocolate look good because their chocolate is some of the worst I've ever had. Although I do like 100 grand bars.
I did not like them.
No, is it? You don't like? Do you not like caramel? I can't remember.
I do not like chewy caramel. If it's gooey, love it. It's amazing. If it's chewy, it's disgusting.
See, I liked it. I was like, oh, this stupid segment, Jeff's an idiot. This is a dumb thing we're doing. It's gonna taste so bad. And I took a bite, Jeff, and I took it all back. I take most of it back. I take some of it back. It was delicious. I didn't expect the little Rice Krispies. I didn't expect the caramel center. I thought I was expecting more of like a Three Musketeers type nougat. It was delicious.
But they don't.
I ate the whole thing. Pleasantly surprised.
It comes in 2 pieces. Did you eat both those halves?
Sure did.
Wow. This from the guy that ate 1 Skittle.
Yeah.
Just 1.
Yeah. Did you like them better than Skittles?
Loved it. Loved them better than Skittles.
Pretty much have to, right?
Yeah.
Now, Sean, how do you feel about crisp rice in candy?
That's fine. I like Crunch bars.
So it's just the caramel that did you in.
Chewy caramel. The chocolate wasn't that high quality. I didn't really like
Nestle
that either. Yeah, it's the kind of chocolate that leaves like the sweet burn in my throat, where I eat it and then it just feels like my throat is like, I don't know, scratchy. And you just like, you gotta chew on them for a really long time. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for bubble gum.
You don't need a chore.
I don't need a chore. Yeah. I just want to eat some fucking candy. So I would put this is probably around the Twizzlers mark. Really didn't enjoy it.
I like them. As far as like Nestle candies go, like I'll eat Crunch bars occasionally.
Crunch bars.
100 grand is, I think, is better.
I'm gonna get a Crunch bar later. No, 100 grand is not better than a Crunch bar. I'm gonna go get a Crunch bar later. I'm gonna fucking love it.
Oh, the Hershey Crunch?
No, Nestle.
Nestle
Crunch bar.
Is that the ones that used to have all the basketball teams in it when we were kids?
Yeah, I think Shaq was a big Crunch bar promoter.
And how often, Jeff? How often did Shaq watch Murder, She Wrote?
I bet he has.
Before or after Murphy Brown? Am I right?
That was my joke.
Speaking of which, did you guys see Cheers?
Recently?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I watched a few episodes like a year back.
Ted Danson is funny.
Holds up.
Is he though?
He's like, yeah, he's pretty funny. He could be Han Solo if he wanted to be.
No. Ted Danson?
All right, so
are we talking about the same Ted Danson?
Watch.
No, I haven't seen the trailer for The Last Jedi, but I think Han Solo died in the last Star Wars movie. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
So they'll bring him back. Watch all 13 episodes of Cheers today, and then let me know.
There's more than what? All 13? There's
13
season 1?
Seasons.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn.
You know what? I was just gonna say I'm not gonna commit to 13 episodes. I'm sure as shit not gonna commit to 13 seasons.
How about let's dial it back to 12?
No.
Yeah, watch the first 12 seasons.
I'll counter with this. I'm not gonna watch any of it ever.
No. Here's the thing. You want to watch up to Chrissy Alley, and you're gonna want to give up, right?
I definitely want to watch
episodes. Get even better than the Diane episodes.
I want to watch Up and Down.
Even better.
Alley. You know what I mean? I'll watch Up and Down Ted Danson too. I don't discriminate.
Handsome man. Handsome.
Just not a very good actor.
I don't know. I mean, give those first 12 seasons a try, man.
Didn't he have another show later on, like in the late 90s, early 2000s?
It was one name.
Oh, he had Becker.
Becker.
Doctor. Yeah.
Becker. Yeah. How was that?
That was okay.
Was it?
Not great. Yeah, it had its moments. He played a lovable curmudgeon. You know what that's like, right,
Name...
Yeah, I do.
Name the top 20 moments in order, please.
Thank you. Yeah.
There was time to get a parking ticket.
One.
Oh, boy.
There was the time... No, that's it. I'm out. Jimmy Pardo was on the show. I don't know. I'm out.
Okay. Didn't like the show that much, did you?
I said it had its moments.
Look, this is pretty embarrassing for a self-proclaimed Becker expert like Jeff.
You should amend that to it had its moment, because you can only remember one.
It was an okay show. All right. He did Bored to Death with Jason Schwartzman. He was in a few episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Jason Schwartzman. Who's that?
Yeah.
What's he been in? Is he in?
I Heart Huckabees.
I don't know what that is.
Rushmore.
Oh, was he the title character?
Yes.
Did he play the?
He was Rushmore.
Did he play the mountain?
Rushmore.
Did he play the mountain Rushmore? He played all 4 presidents.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do this. No, this is boring me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm being honest. I'm trying to be more honest. It's not.
You're the one that asked about Ted Danson.
Jeff, I'm trying to be more honest. It's not having a good effect on my life. I think I was probably too honest already. But here we go.
My feelings are hurt, yeah.
That seems to be what happens, yeah. Okay, it's the late 90s. You can cast anyone you want in a sitcom television show. Who do you cast? Maximum, I'd say 5 people. This is your dream team. Who wants to go first?
Oh, in one sitcom?
One sitcom. You can't just make friends.
What is the sitcom about? You know what I mean?
You tell me. That's the fucking Jesus Christ.
Well, I thought if we're doing a cast, I mean, we're talking late 90s.
You could do this. Okay, I'm gonna give you examples. Yeah. Okay, you could say, all right,
please.
I'm making a comedy. It's gonna have Jason Schwartzman,
okay,
the lady that played Murphy Brown, Jason Alexander, and 2 other people. In those cases, you would name the other 2 names. I don't have anyone off the top of my head.
You're really good at this.
Then you could say, "Well, I'm inventing the game. I'm sorry. You know what, Jeff? You know what? I never heard Rumplestiltskin's companion who constantly interrupted him when he was spinning gold out of straw. I don't remember that in the fairy tale." Okay.
Wait up, Rump! I'm still sewing.
My name's Peter, and I'm here to naysay everything you do when you're spinning gold.
Where would you put a 100-gram bar on the candies you had?
The bottom. I told you, down with like the Twizzlers. Actually, I have another one here. I bought 2 because they were 60 cents. Because that should have indicated to me how good they were going to be.
They're smaller than I thought.
I was going to eat it live on air, but I didn't like how it tasted. I'm sorry. All right.
Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming.
You really groveled, so it was...
I know.
Yes, yeah. It's going to be more awkward if we didn't invite you.
Yeah. Texting so much to the point where Jeff can't get texts anymore.
Oh, yeah, we ran through Jeff's plan of 450 messages pretty much instantly. Yeah, that's Heads Up Podcast episode 13, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is episode 13.
Yeah. So all right. So what do? We thank the listener.
Are you gonna do a graphic for this episode?
Maybe.
Probably. As you guys as Prince.
Let's before we get to that, Brett. Jeff was just. As he does at the end of every episode, he was refiguring out what we're supposed to do to end it.
Right.
I feel like I almost got the beginning down.
By talking his way through it. He hasn't done the things yet, though. So let's just see how it kind of...
No, all right. Okay.
What? Wait, is that Tim Allen humming the Friends theme?
It's a crossover. It's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe with 90 sitcoms.
This has been Heads Up. Thanks for tuning in. If you have anything to say about the Half-Blood Prince or Cheers that you'd want to let us know, you can reach out to us at Heads Up Pod on Twitter.
Or contact info for any of those stars.
Yeah, yeah. If you're Tim Allen and you want to teach me how to do the properly,
you just fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
You can email me at headsuppod@gmail.com.
Us. I can check that. I just choose not to.
Well, I meant me specifically to teach me how to do that.
Okay. Maybe I want to learn because I never fucking nailed one like you just did. But okay, sure. You just keep getting better at it. I don't care.
If you want to make Sean feel better, you can also email him at headsuppod@gmail.com. Maybe teach him something.
Put "For Sean's Eyes Only" is the title of the email, please.
If you want to rate all 13 seasons of Cheers, leave the star rating under our podcast and this write what you felt about Cheers.
You can contact Brett. He's probably on Twitter.
No, he's not on Twitter.
Instagram.
It's on Instagram. Oh, yeah. If you want to send pictures of yourself flexing to challenge the Hulk-like Brett to some sort of contest of strength,
I mean, let's just hope you're having a good day that day, because you're gonna get disappointed.
You better be having a 5'10", 170
kind of
pounds kind of day. Yeah. It's at Brady W on Instagram, right?
Yep. 2 T's, although my name has 1 T.
All right, this has been Heads Up Pod with Jeff and Sean. Who's Jeff?
I'm Jeff.
I'm Sean. We've had our guest.
I'm Bret.
We're done. Please come back and don't judge us by this episode. Listen to the last episode. It was really good. It was really good. Last episode was really good. Bye. Toodles.
Toodles.
Toodles.